Hey, what's up? This is Brian Pfeiffer, the owner of BachelorVegas.com. I'm standing here, guys, in front of the Hakkasan Nightclub. Now, it is a Wednesday night, and they do have this Wednesday promotion going. It's like an R&B party, and they call it R&Bay. It used to be Sadiq, now it's called R&Bay, and it's actually pretty good here on a Wednesday. It's December, and they just do the third floor, which is the Ling Ling Club. And if you're following this video, you're probably interested in buying bottle service in Las Vegas at Hakkasan Nightclub, and I'm here to help. My cell phone's above, 773-459-8133, so make sure you hit me up on my cell phone. If you're coming to Vegas, I can help plan your night and get your bottle service booked. Now, Hakkasan has been around, we're going on 12 years here, 13 years. I helped open this place. I was the manager for Hakkasan on Wet when I first moved out here. That was the reason I moved out here, actually. I was part of the opening team. And ironically, I was up on the third floor tonight with a customer, and I remember them on opening night putting the LED panels up while it was open. Like, they were still building the place while it was open. So it was kind of funny. I'll never forget that. But anyway, let me talk a little bit about the different options here as far as getting a table. Pretty much any given night now, I can get you a couple of bottles for around $16.50 all in, a bottle package, and get you a pretty good table. If you want a little bit better table, I do have a $2,400 package, which gives you a $1,500 minimum, plus an extra bottle of vodka or tequila. Okay, so those packages are pretty much open on any night, including nights when they have a pretty good DJ here. So just so you know, that's like an option to buy a little bit less than what you're gonna pay online and get a lot more product for your money. Okay, so make sure you hit me up for one of those deals. Those aren't what you're gonna find online. If you're looking to just book online, I can usually get you a little bit better deal. Not only can I usually beat the pricing online, but I can also get you one of those bottle packages in many cases, and I can always get a guaranteed table, etc. So just let me know, I'll make it happen. Now let's talk about the different sections of bottle service in here, and let me tell you how it kind of goes like throughout the week. So they are open now Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, so 4 nights a week. Wednesday's always gonna be the R&B party. That's gonna be kind of a R&B party, and it's gonna be on the third floor in the Ling Ling Club. Thursdays is usually one of their better nights. Okay, they do compete with Zouk on Thursday, and they do compete with Tao, one of their own venues, Tao Group venues on Thursday, but usually it's pretty good here. They'll actually put a decent DJ here some nights. You might see like a Pauly D or a Benny Benazzi, maybe even a Steve Aoki on a bigger night. And their Thursdays are pretty good, okay? One of the best places to go on Thursdays for sure. Hit me up, table minimums are very reasonable. And then as far as Friday and Saturday goes, you gotta look to see if there's a DJ here. If there isn't a big DJ here, they might just have the third floor open. It's not gonna be the full grid in the main room. If Friday or Saturday, that could happen, okay? I did look at the calendar. There's not much listed for 2026 right now as far as DJs go, but I did see Steve Aoki on there. I'm pretty sure the group still has Zed and they have Alesso, Tao Group, and most likely you'll see one of those guys here once in a while. I doubt you'll see a Martin Garrix here. Usually when he's in town, he's gonna be at Omnia. But I did see Benny Benazzi, Twinswick, you might see Big X The Plug, maybe see Tyga here, those kind of acts. So if you want hip hop, you gotta look at the calendar. Sometimes we'll have a hip hop artist over here, and since Dre's is closed now, that's gonna be a big event, okay? So Big X The Plug, if Tyga's still around for next year, or either Big X The Plug, and I wouldn't be surprised if they bring a couple of those hip hop artists that used to be over at Dre's over here, and do some more hip hop nights, just because it's really hard for this place being 13 years old to compete with XS, Omnia, Live, and Zouk, okay? As an EDM bar. There's just not enough EDM people to go around and fill that many clubs in one night these days, the way the economy is and the way the crowd is, with people drinking and stuff. Nowadays, they're not drinking as much, so it is what it is. Now let's talk about the different sections that you can find in here. Obviously, the best tables, arguably, are the dance floor tables, which are there's a big horseshoe in the center of the club. I believe there's like 4 on the right, 4 on the left. And then arguably the stage tables, the DJ stage tables, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's 2 on each side. I prefer the ones 1, 2 more than the other ones, 3 and 4, just because there's a bathroom on that side. And that's the way the DJ comes walking in, so it's a little more in the action. But they're all good tables up there, okay? So there's your stage tables, your dance floor tables. Those are gonna be your Primus tables, all right? Now, the ones in the center, the 2 in the center, the dance floor tables, and the ones behind that, those are the upper dance floor tables. Those 4 in the center are considered the owner's tables, okay? So those are usually gonna be a little more. They fetch a little higher premium. And then of course you have the rest of the upper dance floor tables. There's gonna be, I believe it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 4 on each side, including the owner's table. And like I said, the upper dance floor tables are gonna be just as good kind of as the dance floor tables. They fill in the horseshoe, you kind of see the grid, you're kind of really in the action. Usually they're a little bit less so, money-wise, okay? So in my opinion, the upper, lower dance floors or the stage tables, any of the owner's tables, all prime tables, very good tables. All right, there's quite a bit of fall off now if you go from like the, any of those tables to the 3rd and 4th row. Okay, that's gonna be in the Hakkasan side of the things, not the pavilion side of things, the 3rd and 4th rows. And I do like 31 and 32. The issue with those tables are a big U and they're in the action. I believe 32 is the one with the, I think it's 30, actually 31 is the one that's kind of got a beam in front of it. but it doesn't block the whole view. It's just part of the view. And 32 doesn't have a beam in front of it. The issue with those tables is there's not a lot of room to stand. There's a table that kind of fills in the gap, and then you're right in the walkway, okay? So there's not a lot of room to stand. Now, if you go over to 32 and 35 are the corner ones, and then there's the ones in the middle, there's 4 tables there. That area has more room to stand. There's like a roped off area, and there's more room to stand around the table. So they're off to the left a little bit more, but there's more room to kind of stand around the table and dance, etc. than you're gonna find on 31 and 32. So just keep that in mind. Some people really prefer like 31 or 32 just because it's a bigger table in the action for sure. But there's not just a lot of room to stand and dance. Okay, that's the only issue with those tables. Now there's some 4th row tables behind there. There's gonna be 41 or 42 A and B. Those are gonna be the ones that are behind the 3rd row tables, 32 to 35. And I do like those tables. They're elevated, nice area. There's plenty of room up there for like a group of 10, right by the bar, a lot of action. And then there's the 41A and 41B, which is gonna be your, what I call the penalty box. But those are also considered 4th row in the main room. They're not bad tables. You can still see the DJ from there. There's a walkway right there to the bathroom. There's a lot of traffic. So some people actually like those tables. I've had them before and some people didn't like them. Some people like them. So it's kind of a judgment call on, your part if you want one of those tables. But I prefer to try to go with one of the 3rd rows. So just hit me up if you want a guaranteed 3rd row. I'll make it happen. Okay, we might have to tip for that, but we can make it happen. Now on the other side, on the main level, okay, that's gonna be your pavilion, okay? Now there's certain nights that the pavilion won't be open. It's just gonna be, the main room, Hakkasan, and then the mezzanine, Hakkasan, and nothing open to the pavilion. There's a wall there that can close and close that off if it's not busy enough. If it is open, okay, there's gonna be several rows in there. There's gonna be your front row pavilion, 2nd row pavilion, 3rd row pavilion, and then your 4th row pavilion, okay? Now there's a few tables in the 2nd and 3rd and 4th row that don't see anything. They're basically a wall blocking the DJ. So you don't even want one of those. Now, if you book with me, I'll make sure you don't get one of those. But those tables are pretty reasonably priced. A lot of the bottle packages and stuff we do, they'll end up over there in the pavilion. Good tables. There's still the main room music. They have a DJ booth in there, but they really never use it anymore. Never really did use it, honestly. And it's always piped in the main room music. And you can see the DJ from there, and there's an LED screen, like the 3rd row and 4th row DJ. People in the pavilion can actually see the LED screen of the DJ and whatnot. They're not bad tables, okay? And then, of course, you got your mezzanine tables. There's, the big horseshoe that lines the dance floor and upper dance floor. That's going to be basically the same shape upstairs, just a little further back. There's glass now in front of there. There used to be walls, but now it's glass. And there's a row of tables that line that. That's called the mezzanine tables. There's going to be your side mezzanine tables on the right and the left, and the center mezzanine tables, okay? Center mezzanine table use a little bit more, and you got a view of the DJ from the center, okay? Some people like those if there's like an act. They want to see the artist from above and get a great view, okay? And then there's the sky boxes on the right and the left, okay? You have sky boxes 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those tables kind of suck in my opinion. It's hard to see anything from over there. You're tucked away in the corner upstairs. But those tables are good if you got a big group and you want to have all be together. You can actually rent out 2 of those. They have a wall that partitions, you can open them up. And you got your own private little party up there. So they're good for that. I had a New Year's group a couple of years ago, or last year maybe even. It was like 30 people, and they rented out a couple of sky boxes, and they had a great time. So they were super happy. So for something like that, it's perfect. All right. And now that's going to be your main room. And I'm hesitant to even go over the 3rd floor of this video instead of making a separate video, but I will go over it here just so you know, because some nights the main room doesn't end up being open. If they don't have enough reservations, they just open the 3rd floor. So you need to know what's going on that 3rd floor as well. That's going to be the Ling Ling Club. There's also a Ling Ling Lounge. It's really just used for private events these days. They don't never really open it. But the Ling Ling Club is actually a pretty good club. Okay, I used to tell people that place is a design like a big rectangle, basically like the clubs all in Chicago are, because they're all like rectangular building lots. If you took that club and put it in Chicago, it would be the best club in Chicago by a country mile, okay? It's really well laid out, and I'd love to actually do that at some point, maybe build that club in Chicago in one of those like square building lots. It'd be perfect for that. But the way it's set up over there, you have a DJ in the middle, which I kind of like. There's dance floor tables on the right and the left of the DJ, which has a nice cool area, 3 tables on each side. And then there's the actual dance floor in front of the DJ. And then there's another round of dance floor tables. I think there's 3 on the right and 3 on the left that kind of flank the main dance floor, okay? So the ones next to the DJ are more roped off and a little more private. And then the ones like in front of the DJ are a little bit more in the action with the people that are actually on the dance floor. But they're all pretty good, okay? I love those dance floor tables. And then behind the DJ, there's a section, there's a table. There's a section kind of like actually behind the DJ, and there's several tables back there. There's a couple of the big ones in the corner, a couple in the middle, and then behind the other dance floor tables, if the DJ's looking out, there's a 2nd row, and then like a 3rd row, and then like even a 4th row, okay? And those tables are huge. They actually have like big tables all the way around with groups of like 10 to 15 can fit in there, and there's kind of like in the walkways, and there's a lot of traffic, and it's pretty cool. There's a bar on each end of the rectangle, and it's just a well laid out club. I like the way it's set up. And if it is open, we can always do packages down there for sure. And if, you know, they don't have the main row open, you're definitely looking at packages down there. Like tonight, I did one of the $2,400 packages, and I was right next to the DJ. The guys had a great time, and it was a good setup, okay? So if you guys have any questions about Hakkasan, I helped open this place. I know everything about it. I can definitely help you out over here. I can help you plan your vacation. If you guys want to do a package with like limos, you want to do dinner, men's show, strip club, we do all that for the ladies, for the guys, you name it. We can pair it right here with Topgolf right here. If you want to come over here and do Topgolf or atomic golf and do a package, we can make that all happen and make a pretty amazing night for you guys. So make sure you hit me up. I've been planning for 25 years in this business. 773-459-8133. I'm here to answer all your questions. I got a new app coming out. Hope you guys will check it out. It's gonna be called the Party Plan app. And make sure you hit me up. Do me a favor, if you like this content, I would appreciate a like on the video. Do subscribe to this channel for more, and bang that notifications bell. I'm Brian Pfeiffer, signing out here from Hakkasan at the MGM Grand. Looking forward to working with you out here in Las Vegas. Let's talk soon. Goodbye.